Yes, hello! Hello, everybody! Ooh, Schwartzy here. Yes, hello, and welcome to Better Daze. It must be Tuesday. It must be 6 p.m. We must be streaming and we must be dreaming. Because it's that time, everybody. We're doing some Better Days right now. What a lovely show we have here. We're going to give everybody a hot segundo, if you will. We're going to let everybody to get into their respective chats. That's right. You know, we keep on a tight schedule here. I start at 6 for all you wonderful people. We're streaming across three platforms. Isn't that fantastic? We're on Facebook Live, which we added last week. Love that. We're on the YouTube. Love the YouTube. Gotta have YouTube. But isn't that fantastic as well? We also have Twitch. Well, oh, wow. Look at us. Aren't we expanding? Aren't we finding ourselves on multiple platforms? That's right. We're on Twitch today as well. So we're finding ourselves on 3 different platforms today. Once again, we're trying to get everybody acclimated in the chat. MPW Wrestling, how you doing, homies? Love to see you guys in the chat. When MPW is in the chat, I'm always the first to comment. Well, you're actually the second. Mike was in the chat. Mike was telling me how much he loves the show, and it really makes his day. So welcome, everybody, to the show. That's right. Everybody else watching, you know the drill. You know what to do. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like this video. Give it a big old like skis. Isn't that nice? Isn't that fantastic? Maybe I won't ding the mic. I'll pull that down a little bit so it's a little safer here. Want you to give it a little like. Maybe turn those notifications on and be sure to subscribe. You never know when Daddy's going to be streaming, and Daddy's going to stream for you. If you're on Facebook, do me a solid. Give it a little bit of a react of some sort. Maybe a like, maybe a love, maybe a care, maybe you're very angry. That's okay. We'll work on that. Give it a little react skis. Give it a little like and share the video. That's right. If you share the video, get it out there. Let everybody know it's public domain. You know, good stuff. Gotta have it. Gotta have Schwartzy. Gotta have that Schwartzy, right? No one's gonna love you like Schwartzy's gonna love you. Because I'm your host, Schwartzy. And that's what I do. I'm here on some mornings, on Thursday mornings, which we'll talk about, doing the thing for Wake and Bake. And I'm here on Tuesday nights at 6 across these platforms doing my thing, making sure everybody gets in the chat, everybody gets acclimated. That's right. Wanted to give you a little preview of the show today. Well, we've got quite the show. We've got a real dog shit promo. I can't wait to play that for you. We're always going to kick it off. We're going to kick it off with a dog shit promo. Everybody loves bad promos. I love promos that you shouldn't be watching, so that's going to happen. That's going to be a whole thing. Oh, what else do we have? Rattlocke. Rattlocke will be joining us. Rattlocke going to be live. Rattlocke's going to eat something gross. It's not going to be lovely. It's going to be gross. It's going to be great. It's never good, so we can't wait to watch Rattlocke eat something gross. We're going to talk about our movie of the week. I love movies. Love them movies. Like to get all messy in the brain and watch some movies, eh? We're going to talk about the movie of the week. I'm going to give you a little homework if you like movies. And then the Liverpool Lib, Earl Joseph, live in the studio. He's going to be not in the actual studio, but live via satellite in the studio thanks to modern technology. Isn't that nice? And as always, we can't get it done. We can't get it going, and we can't get it moving and grooving. We can't keep the lights on, pay the bills, get microphones, and all that good shit that enhance Schwartzy without our sponsors. That's right. The Midnight Snuggie Hour. It's our fucking guys. It's our homies. It's our players. It's our baby boys. The Midnight Snuggie Hour podcast. They are absolutely wonderful. They talk about everything entertainment to wrestling and all that good stuff, down to earth, the real group chat type of thing. They don't have any new episodes at the moment, but they are putting a new game plan together. They told me specifically they are going to make sure in 2022 they're going to have extremely fantastic content. So what I want to do, head on over to the Google Podcast, give them a follow, join them, join the big Snuggie Hour, the Midnight Snuggie Hour. It's big fun. And when they get moving and grooving, it'll just let you know. You can just kind of sit back and be like, okay, I set my notification. Oh, shit! Snuggie Hour. It's time. And that's how that works. That is bottom line how that works. I want to welcome everybody to the show. We're getting a lot of things going here. A lot of cool stuff going on. I got the big announcement I promised I'd talk to you all about. Big announcement. Schwartzy Streams is going 4 days a week. What? What do you mean 4 days a week? I'll tell you what I mean 4 days a week. Wake and Bake will now be 4 days a week. That's right. Monday through Thursday, you can count on me waking you up every day. And now we put a little more structure, a little more format into the game. And we're going to give you a lovely morning show. We're going to give you something that'll, you don't have to look at your work. You can ignore that for the first hour. You don't have to. Bed no mind. You don't have to. You can watch Schwartzy for the first hour. You can roll over. Yeah, that's Schwartzy. Waking you up. Waking, baking. We're going to do that. We're going to start doing that every day, Monday through Thursday. I'm on the road. I can take it with me. I don't give a shit. I'm here for you. So we're going to start doing this every morning. We're going to keep Better Daze. We're going to have lots of new content, skis. That's right. We're going to do many reviews. We're going to talk about movies. I'm going to review many applications that can save you so much money because we love money. Money lets us do whatever we want and have a better life and kind of have a little bit of freedom. Schwartzy loves freedom because it gives more time to Schwartzy to party. So I want more time for all of you to party. This is kind of what we've got going on. Wonderful stuff in the future. I kind of wanted to touch on that really quick. That's cool. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. I want to shift gears a little bit. This week we had a very big tragedy in the world of wrestling. Somebody near and dear to Schwartzy. Not easy to do this, but somebody that everybody in the wrestling world really loved, really cared for. Unfortunately, this week, Marcus Crane has left us and touched a lot of people. And I want to just take a moment. This is my outlet. This is my stream. This is my art. He was an artist. So I'm going to use my art. I'm going to take a second to acknowledge an artist, a great artist that is not physically with us, but will be with us in spirit, and has hopefully inspired us to, to do better, do our thing, to really live our lives, to really live the life you wish to live. I don't really have a lot of words. There was a lot more people, very much closer than Schwartzy was, but I had the privilege of working with Marcus, hanging out with Marcus, enjoying Marcus's company for many years. So I wanted to take this moment to say my condolences to the family and my condolences and my thoughts and prayers to everybody out there that Marcus was able to touch, which was a lot of people. But he was loved. He's still loved, and he will always be remembered. And it's lovely to see the outreach all over social media. Wonderful stories. I have a wonderful story. I could get into a couple, but maybe we'll save that for Thursday. Maybe Thursday morning we'll tell some wonderful stories. We'll let all of you kind of call in. If you have a story, skis, we can tell. That'd be nice. But wanted to touch on that really quick. I wanted to shift gears back to the show. The artist would want us to have some fun, want us to pick up where we left off, and we shall. Well, isn't that fantastic? Isn't that nice? That's right. I promised you something. And I delivered it last week, right? Okay. Well, I'm going to deliver it again this week. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for them bad promos. We should also call this bad intro videos because that was the best I could do. I did my best. I tried to make a video. That's nice. Anyway, we've got a wonderful video today. Something that is shocking, something that is wonderful, something that is horrible. Gets all the emotions going. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you for your approval. We are not the Midnight Society, but let me submit to you this dog shit promo.
So, TJ Rays is now the #1 contender to my BFW World Heavyweight Championship. He was definitely the underdog of the match, I guess I could say, but that doesn't matter. At Havoc, he will no longer be an underdog because I will take him and I will throw him all around this deconstructed park and I will retain my championship. So, I don't lose to people that claims to be harmful.
I've had enough of your talk, damn it! Stop! I'm going to take the title from you from Havoc. I am going to beat your ass. I'm going to slap you like this. I'm going to throw you over there. Yeah, get a good shot of that, because that's where he's going to be. That might be where his funeral is, because, you know, he's a piece of trash like that. And see that garbage right there? I'm going to throw you in it, because that's where you belong. Trash.
It's a PG show, TJ.
What did I tell you? When I promise a dog shit promo, do I deliver? Do I deliver? All right, everybody. Well, I would say this is what I'd normally say because we've done this for weeks. You know the drill. But I will be saying that in the future, skis. You know the drill. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. First of all, look at my homie here. Look at this guy. Look at this. It's a pig show, TJ. It's a PG show, TJ. We're gonna get to that part, yes. I want to get all types of ready for this. I've got my wake and bake with Schwartzy mug so I can drink. We're going to talk about this. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. He shouldn't be fighting for no title. He looks like he should be going to be a Turbo Man. He looks like, my daddy, I want a Turbo Man for Christmas. He should be very upset about that, but I digress. So, by the way, we caught you. He was picking his nose, right? I think we can all agree. I mean, you were picking on your Nazi.
TJ Rays is now the #1 contender to my
Stop picking your nose.
BFW World Heavyweight Championship.
World. That's right. That's right, everybody. That thing is defended all over the world. That thing is known. That thing has clout, if you will, skis. That's right. That promo, homie, was about the belt. That's a world title. Don't fuck with him. Don't do it. Don't fuck with me. That's why I'm a world champion.
He was definitely the underdog of the match, I guess I could say.
I'd like to see the overdog.
That doesn't matter. At Havoc, he will no longer be an underdog because I will take him and I will throw him all around this deconstructed park and I will retain my championship.
You know, no ring death matches, homie. They're a big thing here. They're big. We love a no ring death match. So he's showing you the no ring. That's what they're going for. They have a setup and accoutrements and all that good shit. But no, we're going all over the park. Park? This is about to be my favorite part.
I don't lose to people that claim to be harmful.
Safety first, homie. It doesn't matter. That was not a very big object, but he threw that right at the back of the neck and the head. That was the best part. That was maybe the second best part. There's another. We'll get into that. But he hurled that cocksucker right to the back of his head. Did you see that? Let's pull that back. Oh, Don claims to be hidden in the noggin skis. Look at you. Mm-hmm. That's rough. Yeah, I want to know why they cut. I want to know why there was a little splice there.
I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to slap you like this. I'm going to throw you over there. Yeah, get a good shot of that, because that's where he's going to be. That might be where his funeral is.
That is where his funeral will be. Let me tell you something right now. I'm no expert in murder. I've watched a little bit of Dexter. But, you know, don't tell people where you're going to hide the body, homie. Then he slapped him like a little bitch. Yeet. Travis says yeet. He did get yeet. Piece of trash.
And see that garbage right there? I'm going to throw you in, because that's where you belong.
Yeah. Promo over. It's a PG show, TJ. It's a PG show. It's a PG show, player. Come on. What was that? I'll tell you what it was. It was a bad promo. It was a terrible promo. It was awful. We hated it. And that's why we played it. We played this. I dig up these for you. If you have any bad promos, if you like bad promos, if you know any bad promos, and remember, let's not use discretion if we know what bad promos are. Don't be offensive. Don't try to hurt nobody's feelings on the for real. But if you have any bad promos, please send them in. Let me know. Hit me up on all my social medias. Head on over to the Twitter skis. Head on over to the YouTube and the Facebook. You can find me at Book Schwartzy. You know, all that good stuff. Isn't that nice? You can send me these videos. They're your videos, and I'll make them nice for you. That's what I'll do. In fact, there's a lot of things that I make nice for you. What else do I make nice for you? I'll tell you what else I make nice for you. I make this lovely merchandise. What? Yes, that's right. I make lovely merchandise. That's right. Our friends over at Brainbuster Tees. Head on over to Brainbuster Tees. They've got me hooked up. They took care of all the baby boys, girls, homies, players, all that good stuff. You know, wake and bake merchandise. They make sure we got some mugs. You know, the shirts. The shirts are very soft to the touch. I like them. They don't use a Gildan shirt. Not hating. But it's a very soft shirt. The hoodies have a nice little lining to it. I must say, I love going with Brainbuster Tees. You can find my personal stuff over there when you go over to the page. But you should head on over there. You should go on there. It supports the show. It takes a good load off the bills. We've got big bills, and I cannot lie. I got big bills, but that's okay. Don't forget to head on over, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give it a little bit of a react skis over there. Give my video a little bit of shake and bake, if you know what I'm saying. Give it a little love. Throw some cheese at it. Shake at it, all that good stuff. Turn your notifications on. Let them know. We'll let you know when we come on and all that good stuff. We're streaming on Twitch. We're on the Facebook. We're also on YouTube. We're doing a lot of big things. We're going 4 days a week, putting out more content than ever. And, you know, let me tell you right now, we have a lot of people that help us with this content. One of the wonderful homies of the show that loves to make this content for us is our good homie Rattlocke. That's right. Rattlocke likes to eat a lot of crazy shit. And we love to watch Rattlocke eat a lot of crazy shit. So it'd be to our benefit to watch him eat some shit. So what do you say, everybody? Why don't you guys sit back, relax, grab a Motion Sickness bag or some shit, and welcome Rattlocke to the show. Let's get him on here. Rattlocke, how you doing, homie? Hold on, let me get your microphone on. Okay.
Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Oh, don't do that. Look at that. He knows I'm smoking that herb, so I don't know.
I hope you're doing well this week, Schwartzy.
I'm doing very well. How are you today, Rattlocke, this evening?
Well, it seems I've come down a little bit with the weather. Roji was taking care of some of the prisoners down in the dungeon, and one of them sneezed on him, and so you know how it goes.
We're in a pandemic, skis, even in
almost a perfect immune system, but when I get sick, it gets pretty bad.
Well, when it blows hard at the Rattlocke household. That's what I've heard, and that's no lie. So, Rattlocke, I'm going to hand it over to you. I think if you don't have too many of those sniffle skis, we'll get on with it, right? Maybe some Rattlocke eat shit, everybody.
There you go. So, welcome everybody. And one of the things that I noticed, I myself, besides trying stuff, have been viewing other people trying concoctions and elixirs and whatnot. And one of the things I recently saw was some stand-up comedian that was trying items that people on their Twitter had been mentioning. Now, I myself no longer have a Twitter. However, one of the things that he was trying was using an odd item as a dipping agent for chips. And he exclaimed that it was most horrendous. And one of the people chimed in basically stating that he was using the wrong chip to dip it in. And this item that it was large curd cottage cheese. Now, if you notice, I grabbed this over at GFS Food Services because I do like a good curded cheese every now and then. But he was using a barbecue chip, while the other person was saying he needed to use some type of a corn chip of a flavored nature, of a spiciness or whatnot. So we went out and found at the Meijer these Dorito 3D Spicy Ranch. So with that in mind, I'm going to be grabbing it and I'm going to put some in this plate. I'm going to dip it in. I'm going to try it and see if it's actually as bad as this gentleman thought it was. Now, what they had said was adding the chip into the cottage cheese. The cottage cheese basically gives you a fullness as well as having the chips spiciness, sweetness, or whatever, making up for the flavor that may be lacking in the cottage cheese as well. So that's a pretty good amount. About that much right there. I think that should do. And I've never tried these before, the Spicy Ranch Crunch Dorito 3Ds. So, hey, it's a twofer. I get to try the chip and I get to try the dip. And it doesn't actually smell spicy. However, I'm going to try just the chip. There's that spicy kick. It doesn't taste as much of a Dorito as it tastes like a Bugle. Oh, that's sitting in the back of my throat though. I don't do well with spicy food anyway. So now, oh my God. What I'm going to do is take one of these chips and I'm going to dip it into this cottage cheese, if you will, and then I will take the bite. And here is a decent amount, if you will. All right, and here we go for science. The cottage cheese, of course, it being milk-based, has kind of dulled the spice of the chip. As well, with the added flavors into it, does give it the cottage cheese more of an enjoyable time. I don't know how many of you enjoy a good cottage cheese or not. I know I myself will add other items to the cottage cheese before I enjoy it. I'll even add cheese to the cottage cheese. I prefer Munster or a very sharp white cheddar. But no, the chip with this, and it's got that nice slow burn in the back. The chip by itself, I don't think I could actually eat the bag. However, with this cottage cheese, that's, dare I say it, that's good shit. Oh my goodness, I actually said it. So Schwartzy, there you go. And matter of fact, this is a winner. Amazing.
Well, Gave you a little bit of a potty mouth, didn't it there?
I don't know what you're doing to me.
I know what we do. We're a bad influence.
Giving
We're
me the
like
mouth
that
of the
song.
Potoskis.
We're like that Ed Sheeran's Bad Habits song. That's us. It was actually written about Schwartzy. That's okay. But Rattlocke, we love having you on the show.
I appreciate it.
We know that you don't just eat shit for us, but you eat shit and do other crazy shit and do more shit. Where can we see you do more shit, Rattlocke?
As a matter of fact, tonight around 7:30 on youtube.com/ZABADAS Network, you'll see me doing a tasting review and chug of the known, possibly infamous, Goji Citrus Strawberry Mountain Dew that is only sold at a Circle K.
Well, I mean, this is one of the more watched segments of the show. I get a lot of feedback. So if you like watching Rattlocke eat shit, you should be following over at the ZABADAS Network, I believe. You're over at the ZABADAS still, homie?
I'm very surprised with this. I thought I was setting myself up to actually potentially spit something up for you again.
Yeah, you've been striking out lately.
This is a wonderful surprise.
That's right. Well,
but
let me tell you right now, we got to move the show along a little bit. I do apologize, Rattlocke.
No problem.
Always having you on,
we'll see you next week.
Well, what I want to do is I wanted to let them know real quick, because we can't just scoot you out of here. We can find you at the ZABADAS Network, and if you look down in the descriptions of the video, if you check it out, if you give it a little look-skis, you can get the link on over there, and you can subscribe and like and do all that good stuff, and you can follow Rattlocke when we're not doing shit on over here, right, Rattlocke? That's right. That's right. So thank you, Rattlocke. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
And thank you very much, Schwartzy. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, pleasure. I felt it right here. Well, we love having Rattlocke on the show. He's so nice. You know, the last couple of weeks, he's been eating some shit, did some gross shit. It's been a big strikeout for what he's been eating. Funny for us, not good for our homie Vinny. But today, he enjoyed that shit. He said, homies, players, baby boys and girls, everybody. I loved it. So that's good. We love that. We love it when he doesn't vomit on camera, which he did last time, causing his respective family members to barge in and all that good stuff. Don't forget to head on over, if you're on YouTube, to like this video, subscribe, turn the notifications on. That's fantastic. We'd love for you to do that. Let us know what a good job we're doing. Tell us what dog shit we're doing. I really don't give a crap. Just let me know. Feedback makes the world go round. I got thick skin. I've been involved in professional wrestling. I've had pretty much everything said to me, you know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm opening myself up for a bad one there. But if you're on the YouTube, like, subscribe, set those notifications on. If you're over on Facebook watching us right now, please give us some feedback. Jump in the chat. Just give a little reaction to the video. Little care. Give me the little hug. I like that care one. If you could give me the care one, I like that one a lot. That one's nice. The one with a heart in it that says you love Schwartzy, because no one's going to love you like Schwartzy's going to love you. That's right. And head on over to the Schwartzy page on Facebook if you're following me. That's right. Well, I promised you every week a movie of the week. It's not our longest segment, but it's our longest going segment. This week, I want to talk to you about a movie that I love very, very much. I'm a big Nicolas Cage fanatic. That's right, Nicolas Cage. Isn't he nice? Isn't he fantastic? He's got a new movie coming out. He's got a great new movie coming out. Brian, I see you in the chat. I want to love you real quick. That's love. But I love Nicolas Cage. I love Nicolas Cage very much. I think he does good shit. He's got a new movie coming out. It's The Unbearable Weight of Talent or something like that. I can't remember it. But in honor of that, I want to talk about one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies. You can't say, well, this is a niche, weird Nicolas Cage movie, because they're all niche, weird Nicolas Cage movies. Ladies and gentlemen, for your submission, Matchstick Men. That's right. Nicolas Cage, Sam Rockwell in this movie, Alison Lohman. Yes, isn't that nice? That's a nice movie there. They play a couple of modern-day con men, conning their way into other people's lives, trying to take their money. It's pretty good shit. Little catch skis. Nicolas Cage has OCD, terribly medically treated OCD. So it makes for an interesting little twist. But the real twist is when his daughter, his long-lost daughter, gets involved in the mix. And without getting into any spoilers, it is quite the roller coaster of a movie. We love it. It is my movie of the week. Please go out there, make an effort if you like to watch my movies of the week, if you like my movie suggestions, which some of you have told me to do. Face Off. Nicolas Cage. It's a wonderful movie. It's very well done. Love it. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to hear it. And all that good shit. Also, you know what else we love to do? We love to keep the show afloat. Sometimes you can't just be a sponsor. You know, you don't have a business. You don't have anything that you really have to shield. Or sometimes you just want to be a good homie and player to the show. So, you know, if you head on to the descriptions, just want to let you know real quick, you can donate to the stream. That's right. It keeps us going. Like I said, we're doing this full time. We want to do this full time. We want to be here every day for you, at least Monday through Thursday. We want to be here. We want to wake you up. We want to review things. We want to give you content. Schwartzy wants to put his pretty face. I don't want to knock the microphone out. Schwartzy wants to put his pretty face for you so you can enjoy the day. So you can get a proper review with my stupid face, my beautiful face. Donate to Schwartzy stream. Go ahead. The link is down below, and you can also check it in the Cash App. You know, you should donate to the show because we do lots of wonderful things. We have lots of wonderful people that love to come on the show. We're building a new set right now, which is awesome. So we can have all these people on the show and kind of have them here live. But speaking of people and wonderful people, we have a guest on today. And right now, this is the part of the show where I bring on my guest. But I wanted to let you know, if you have any questions for my guests, please put them in the chat starting right now. Because as we chat it up, I will favorite them and put them over to the side. And after our chat skis and after we sit down and have a nice little fireside gimmick here, we will distribute those questions if they are so inclined to be distributed. So put those questions in the chat. Put them in there before we get to the end of the segment and see what we can muster up. Today's guest is Earl Joseph. Earl Joseph, a.k.a. the Liverpool Lip, is a man that wears many hats. And I know this. He works for me. He's crazy. Does a lot of stuff. He is a creative director of New Wave Pro, lead commentator, and a lot more. He doesn't just lead commentate for Flophouse Wrestling. He's the voice of AWR, Asylum Wrestling Revolution, and the ring announcer as well. He's also the ring announcer for a number of various other promotions across Indiana. And honestly, he's been branching out to a lot of other places. Yes, that's right. He's also a musician, video creator, and a writer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flophouse Wrestling! And I've been looking everywhere. I've been turning my pockets out. I've been asking my neighbors. And hey, it turns out the private stash is right here! So let's go!
Earl, where
Hello.
you is, homie?
Hello.
Hello, me. Hello, player. Hello, baby boy. I love
Hello.
me some Earl.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
Hello, baby boy. How are you? How's that beautiful punum of yours this evening?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm very grateful to be here. So thank you, Schwartzy, for inviting me on to Better Daze. Indeed, these are better days for everybody at the moment. That clip from Flophouse took me back. We had a grand old time, I feel, towards the end of 2020 and through the first quarter of 2021. We made some really good stuff together, me, you, and all the team. And seeing that was a nice memory jog, I have to say. Furthermore, just one more point I want to make. The Nicolas Cage movie, Matchstick Men. There is actually another movie called Matchstick Men. It's a New Zealand film about these pool hustlers. It's this very low budget thing from like the early 90s. No one else knows about it but me, apparently. But honestly, watch it. It's great. It's like this crime caper. It's all very kind of surreal. But it's one of those movies that I used to catch on TV back home at 3 a.m., once a week. It was just on randomly. So, but again, talking of memory jogging, that same Matchstick Men brought that up. So give that one a watch. New Zealand film. I can't remember any of the actors.
Send me a link to that when we're off the gimmick here. Let's I do want to watch that. Schwartzy loves movies, so now you've got me intrigued. Now you've got me. We're gonna talk about that, and I don't want to forget about that because we've got you on the show. It's wonderful to have you on here. As we said, you wear many hats, Earl. I'm coughing up. I had so much to say. I'm regurgitating most of your resume still. It's so big. You
yes,
do many
I
things. Do. You're involved with many things. Mostly. We're not gonna. We know that you came over here from across the pond. You found your way over here. You had New Wave Pro. You do wonderful things there. What's going on with New Wave? Talk about New Wave. You really dug in there more than just an announcer. Let's talk New Wave.
Yeah, I am the self-styled creative director, which is a position that doesn't exist in any other company until I made it for myself. You got to plant your feet somewhere. It's essentially the intellectual's way of saying booker and promoter.
That's nice. I like that.
But it looks good on LinkedIn. Let me tell you, it looks very good on LinkedIn.
Are you the champion yet?
I keep very busy with yeah. I'm gonna Vince Russo myself to the championship. That's my plan anyway. I keep myself very busy with New Wave Pro. It's not simply telling people to be at a show at a date and time, as you well know, Schwartzy. It's to do with social media. It's about writing the full television format. It's about working with the other people in the team to make sure that things are coherent. We plan 3, 4, 5 shows ahead. It's very storyline driven. We have a big show coming up Saturday, January 22nd at the West Vigo Community Centre in West Terre Haute. That's the 10th anniversary show of New Wave Pro.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I can't take credit for all 10 years, obviously. Just under 2 years I'll take credit for. Incidentally, the 2 best years. And we've got some great stuff coming up. We have JTG versus Lord Crew confirmed. We have Don't Die Miles against Max.
Banger alert.
And we have Alice Crowley versus Charlie Cruel. And just announced today is Sage Phillips versus Aaron Williams. So there's a bit of everything so far. We still have X amount of matches to confirm. It's still 3.5 weeks away, so there's still a lot to do. But it's big business. You know yourself, Schwartzy. If you want to put on more than just a wrestling show, just for people, you want to get sponsors involved. You want to get, partners, advertising partners. You want to work with radio. You want to work with podcasts. You want to work with social media teams, and it's a full-time job I don't get paid for. So it's why I'm always so miserable.
Living the dream. Living the dream but never sleeping.
I remember having that dream where I was an indentured slave, and here I am living it.
Gracious. Well, indentured you are. What other things are you indentured on these days other than New Wave Pro? Because you have many hats.
I do.
That's a big one. What else you got coming up, homie?
Oh well, I have there's a certain outlaw company called Flophouse Wrestling. I don't know if you've heard about them.
Maybe.
They have their big comeback show on February 20th. That's a Sunday at the Indiana City Brewery, a venue which already has a very rich history in the city of independent wrestling. And Flophouse is moving in. It's taken the lease, and it's going to be squatting there for some time, hopefully.
Keyword squatting. We're going to squat all over that, baby.
Yes. Yeah, that was probably the wrong word to use.
No, that was the perfect word. No, I want no other word. We are squatting.
Squatting, yes. Squatter's right, Schwartzy. It's a real thing. Look it up. It's fine. It's okay. We're fine.
That's it.
Well, I know, and I can say we here, obviously, because you and I are involved. You're the boss, and I'm the voice of Flophouse, the lead commentator. I can't wait for the show, honestly. As I said at the top of the hour here when I got on the show, what we made as a team at Flophouse was a lot of fun. There were some great matches, and the camaraderie and the spirit was all there during a very difficult time for everybody. And I think that, without wishing to sound too trite, but I'm going to anyway, I think that for those involved and for the viewers, and you got some very loyal fans as well, you know, it gave people not something to hope for. I'm not that stupid, but it gave people great entertainment. And I spent many a great weekend hanging out with you, with Randy, with everybody else, and we made some great.
I think it created hope. I think hope is a definite okay word to use. I think there wasn't a lot going on. I think that you know, idle hands, you know the gimmick, homie. So what we did was we kept ourselves very busy, and I just happened to stumble upon, you know, I put the word out, and it was the hungriest people because it required that. You had to be hungry, so we just happened to pool together all these very, very hungry individuals that worked very hard. They just wanted to take the time. They knew that, listen, there wasn't very much money in professional wrestling right now, and what there was, we could probably grab it right here and probably make it happen, get a name for ourselves. You can work on your craft. Take this downtime, because when we come back, it's gonna be like who hit the pavement running, who was working during the downtime. And I believe that Arthur MacArthur, there's one guy who was heavily featured on Flophouse, and yes, and he's everywhere, you know, just for example. But you know, you were there for everything. You were pulling more, you were doing more than just the announcing. You were commentating, announcing, you were sending me various clips. You were filming. You were doing a lot of stuff. You do a lot of things on shows. You're you're very Swiss Army man. What is your favorite task at a show? If they could just give you one thing and you could say, I get paid very well to do this, what would it be?
I think that's a good question, because each has their own merits. It would be a toss-up between commentary and announcing. The announcing one I would lean more towards if I'm given more freedom to riff. I know that there's a purist angle to announcing where people will say, just shut up and say the names, just shut up and take us to the next match. But I also enjoy, you know me, Schwartzy, I'm good at one-liners. I can be quite quick-witted when I want to be. And I enjoy that kind of you know, sort of, I don't know if you have the phrase end of the pier in this country. I don't know if that means anything.
No, but we steal pretty much everything. We love Doctor Who and all that, so we'll probably say it, and we'll say it like shit. So end of the pier to you. Yeah,
no, I mean,
up already.
If I describe myself as an end of the pier comedian, I would say that it's kind of corny, but it's not without its charm. And you know, I'm good at corny one-liners and keeping the crowd involved and keeping energy levels up, because it's easy at wrestling shows for the crowd to go up, 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 up for a match and then sink, and then you can lose them before the next match because people get up and they walk around. So you need someone to keep them hooked. But if it comes to commentary, you know, my time at Flophouse, and anyone who's watched that stuff knows and can tell I had a ball doing it. It was great fun. Some of the stuff I came up with there was insane, to say the least. So
you had some of the best one-liners that I've ever heard, because we have a unique environment there. But you said there was, I don't know any off the top of my head, but there was just one after another. You could pop on, especially Weekend at Schwartzy's. That was probably your chef's kiss coup de grace. One-liner fest. We had a Staple Dicks match, and you were magic.
I remember, the thing I remember about those two shows, because we did those in Terre Haute at the New Wave Pro Arena, and the Christmas show in particular, the goddamn holiday special, was probably to date the coldest show I've ever been involved in.
Emphasis on the goddamn.
we were there for about 9 hours, if you remember, Schwartzy, if you remember that.
This is what we do, by the way. This is what everybody, the whole cast of Flophouse did, to provide footage and content for people over the pandemic in a cold. How cold was it? It was unreasonable. I wanted to cancel. Everybody said, "Fuck no, we're here."
It was unreal, and because the arena was on hard times, Daddy. At that point, there was no heating, so we were absolutely just in hell. But the cold hell, the reverse.
It's
hell.
one of the best shows we ever did too. Like, it was pure. It ran off love and passion.
I felt like Dostoevsky in Exile in Siberia, except a lot less clever.
Gracious. Gracious skis. Well, Earl, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have you on the show. Lots of wonderful things you have coming up. You're part of a lot of wonderful things that are going on right now. But what's the point if we don't know where to find you? Where can we find you? Where can we follow you? Where can we get up in your business, Earl?
Well, my home address is no. No, we don't want that. I really don't want that. Please. Hey, we live very close to each other, Schwartz. You can probably hear me from
when we get the new studio. We're gonna have you in. By the way, we're gonna have you in. We're gonna have more room here. We're building a whole thing here. We'll have you in. We're gonna have you in.
I want my life to be like the Seinfeld episode, the Merv Griffin show. I want that for us.
Yeah, you might get the Murphy Brown one at best. But
that's fine. I'll take it. That's probably my favorite episode of Seinfeld, by the way, which is a rare call because it's series 9. It's so late on, but everything about it just works for me. It's incredible. Anyway, if you want to find me on Twitter, I'm at the Liverpool Lip. Similarly, on Facebook, my business page is just the Liverpool Lip. But if you put Earl Joseph in, you'll get my personal profile as well, and the lines are kind of blurred. I don't know how to manage the two concurrently. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not as compartmentalized as you, Schwartz.
No, it's okay. I don't. We're all faking it till we're making it,
If you want to find me on YouTube, it's youtube.com/C, which I hope stands for channel and not another word beginning with C, /Earl Joseph. And I also have a Patreon or Patreon, however you want to pronounce it. Patreon.com/Earl Joseph. Again, I have a number of tiers, that is to say levels, not, crying. For $1, you just get my gratitude. For $1 a month to support me and my endeavors, you get my gratitude. Because
can I interrupt for a second, real quick? That $1 tier, I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who just started streaming and getting involved in all this, if you give that $1 tier, if you went to my donation and gave me $1, that goes a long way. And I think you'd agree the same way. Just being $1.99 invested in our lives, it means a lot to us. You don't have to give us shit. And I know I just want to say that, you were laughing and about the dollar tier, but the dollar tier, it goes a long way.
I agree with you. And ultimately, if 1 million people donated $1, I'd make $1 million a month. So my message to everyone is stop being so selfish and hand it over.
Oh, I got $1 for you right now.
There's the $3, $5, and $10 and $20 tier, all with different perks. I release a weekly Spotify playlist called the Earl Joseph Power Hour, which is just a selection of new, current, old favorites. I also create my own music, soundcloud.com/chemical_Billy. Fans of Hunter S. Thompson will get that very niche reference, Chemical Billy. Yes. It's the Chemical Billy is the name of the can of mace that Hunter S. Thompson sprayed his brother-in-law in the face with in the article, "The Kentucky Derby is Decadent and Depraved." So bear that in mind.
Fantastic. I love having you on the show. This is nice. Look at all this trivia.
And I release exclusive music to Patreon as well as for free on my SoundCloud. I'm increasing the amount of exclusive video content. That's going to be album retrospectives. I'm a big music nut. I like to do 20, 25-year anniversaries of music I like because I'm an old guy now. I also do a lot of comedy sketches that will be put on YouTube, and some exclusive to Patreon and some free to the public. So like you, Schwartzy, I have a lot going on, and I hope, as much as you're hoping for yourself and as much as I hope for you, of course, I'm planning to make 2022 my busiest and biggest year yet. I want to
outwork everybody in the room, right, baby?
Absolutely.
And by the way, I know you spat off a whole bunch of links. If you head on into the description of this video, all those wonderful links that Earl gave you right there, all those wonderful places you can find him and follow him, they're all down there. So you don't have an excuse, and you don't give me no shit. Head on down there, look in the description, give Earl a follow, a love, a like, and subscribe, a nudge, swipe left or right, or whatever that shit is. It's all there.
Yes, you're right. But as I was saying, I hope to make 2022 a big year. 2021 was a year of building a big foundation. And one thing I've learned about myself, and I'm aware you're on a schedule, so I won't keep you too much longer, but one thing I've learned about myself through wrestling, through creative processes, and through getting to know the people I have, I used to have a real issue with long-term thinking, in that I couldn't ever really do it. It was always short-term. I always needed immediate results. And when I didn't get them, I would inevitably be disappointed because you can't get it. But what I've learned in the last couple of years, March of 2022 will be my 3rd anniversary of being involved in the wrestling business. I really have learned the long-term approach. And I see people like you, Schwartzy, who have been, chipping away for so long, trying different things, reinventing yourself, trying to move with the times and adapt to modern methods. And some work, some don't. You're on a great run at the moment, and that's much to be admired. And that's something I hope to emulate in terms of my own thing. If I don't achieve my goals in 2022, well, then there's always next year. The things are always going to be happening if you want them to.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you right now, at the pace you're running, I'm telling you right now, you're going to finish the race this year. I see good things for the future of Earl Joseph. I rock with winners. I rock with winners and people that want to be winners. And you put in the work. You're always putting in the work. So it's going to yield the results. I've always said that. Yeah, you're never going to get a reaction if you don't put in an action.
No, you're right. You have to get out there. And sometimes you may think it's strange, but before each and every show, no matter if there's 3 people in the crowd or 300, I'm always steeling myself up because I know it matters. It matters to me and it matters to other people.
Absolutely. Well, Earl, it was wonderful having you on the show. We're going to have you back on. We're going to do some things in the future. I want to do some other projects with you, which we will talk about down the line. But I love having you on the show. It was wonderful to see your beautiful face. You are a ray of sunshine. You are a ray of sunshine. And I can't wait to get floppy with you, homie.
Always. I'm always floppy around you, Schwartz. You just do it to me. Or don't do it to me, however you want to look at it. But genuine thanks for having me on Better Daze. You've got a great setup here. I'm very happy for you. Very proud of the work you're doing. Thanks to everyone watching. And I'll see you at either New Wave Pro Anniversary or Flophouse or any of the other shows I'm at.
Absolutely. Thank you, Earl. Thank you so much, homie. Well, that was so nice. I love Earl. He's so nice. He's so fantastic. He's got such a lovely face. His little accent makes me giggle. Not in a terrible way, but he just says fancy things in that accent. And I don't like listening to I'm sorry, Americans. You don't sound as good as Earl. You don't have it. You don't have the accent that I love to hear. So call me a turncoat. That's my homie. I'll tell you right now. And don't forget, you love the video. You love what's going on here. Like, subscribe, notifications, click it. Share this video. Especially on Facebook. We're not sharing it in a lot of places. It's not on my personal profile anymore, which was garnering a lot of views. We're putting it on the like page. So please share the video. Just click share, gets it out there, gets a look skis. You know. Oh, you know. Taps me out. Gets me going. And if you have any questions, we're rounding the corner here. Put them in the chat skis. I'll answer some questions now. There were some earlier in the chat. I like those, so those are. I saved those questions from earlier. We'll answer those. But we're gonna talk about my upcoming appearances here real soon, and then we're gonna get into the old Q&A. What do you say? Hey? All right. That's nice. Let's get to the bookings, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this Friday night, it's New Year's. That's right. So we're going to close out the new year the only way Daddy knows how, and that's a little slap and tickle. That's right. You can find me over at FGW in Hamilton, Ohio. I'm going to close out the new year. I can't put my hands on Zodi. Zodi can't put his hands on me. That's okay. I don't give a shit. But I'm going to go there. I'm telling you right now, I want to close out the year wrestling the dog shit out of somebody. I want to wrestle. I want to grapple, baby. I want to thrust. I want to swang dong. I want to have a good time. I might even put on my adult gear. It's usually a PG show. Maybe I might go a little rated R. I don't care. But, you know, Schwartzy always brings the party. So if you're in there in Hamilton, Ohio, we're going to ring in the new year together. So come on out to Hamilton, Ohio. Come watch a wrestling show. Come get fucked up with Schwartzy. Come watch wrestling. It'll be amazing. You'll love it. I love it. So many people will be there. You got Shauna Reed, Cody Hawk, Amos. I don't have the lineup in front of me. You got Papa No Joe. Listen to me. Schwartzy's accent, I say Papa No Joe. He's a homie too. We had a good wrestling match. I liked it very much. So that's where you can catch me Friday. And next week, you can catch me over at UCW. I love UCW. UCW, isn't that nice? They got a nice little thing with Impact Wrestling and their application right now. You can watch all their past shows if you subscribe to the Impact application. Isn't that nice on your phone? But you can find me at UCW in Saginaw, Michigan. You know Daddy's going to be one of those fancy question marks you see there. Which question mark am I? I'll tell you which question mark I can't tell you which question mark I am. I don't know what I'm going to do. But when you think about it, if you play Schwartz in any one of those question marks, that match goes up in value instantly. It gets a baller entrance. It gets sex appeal. It gets work rate. It gets Schwartzy. So it's all a winner. And you'll get all the other wonderful people over there. You've got the territory with homie from Impact Wrestling, Johnny Bravo. Isn't that nice? He'll be over there. We've got a ladder match. I might be in a ladder match. I don't know. So come check us out. Isn't that nice? I love it there. I love getting my UCW on, and hopefully I won't have to deal with the game changers again, because those nerds have been getting in my way, and I had to put a stupid little belt on them so they would leave me alone. But they don't look like people they've learned. Again, don't forget, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section right now. Please let me know if you have anything in the comment section. If you have any questions, we're going to be rounding out as I talk some more about these appearances. But, if you have questions, you got to put them out there. I can't answer your shit if you don't give me no shit. Can't start no shit, won't be no shit. Speaking of starting some shit, I'm going to start some shit at RPW. Isn't that nice? Good Lord, I made that graphic real close to my face. It's bullying me. Anti-bullying campaign. I'm going to be right here. Look at that. Leave me alone, graphic. You can also find me at RPW Cold-Blooded. He's cold-blooded. You can find me at RPW. Love me some RPW. Been there for 2 years, homies. Been rocking and rolling. Been a staple there. Why am I a staple there? Because Schwartzy loves RPW. Look at this graphic. It's a blockbuster video. But we've got a lot of cool stuff going on over there. A lot of good matches coming up. You can get the tickets for Cold-Blooded. You can head down into their comment description section. You can also find the UCW tickets down there, but you can get tickets to Cold Blooded headed on over to the RPW website. I don't know who I'll be slapping around. I don't know if I'll be slapping somebody around solo, if me and Kenny will be getting all turned up on psychedelics and slapping some people around, but we might. I don't know. We're going to find out. But you can count on Schwartzy slapping some hoes around for your pleasure. You can also find me at Flophouse. You love to see it, baby. That's right. You love to see it. Flophouse Wrestling returning on February 20th, 2022. We're returning to the Indiana City Brewing Company. That's a lovely venue, and they've got lovely beer, and we're going to get all turned up, and we're going to get all fucked up. We've got the taco truck coming out front. We're going to be serving tacos all night. You can have your beer, and you can enjoy you some wrestling. We've got awesome wrestlers there. We've got Cole Radrick. Isn't he nice? We've got the Hoodfoot. He's fantastic. We've got Remington Roar making his debut. Wow. Lord Crew. He's like on all the television programs and everywhere and stuff and things. We love him. The Carver, he's scary. He's very scary. And Levi Everett returning, making his return to the Flophouse. And what better place to make his return than the heart of Indianapolis at the Indiana City Brewing Company. If you look down in the descriptions, you can also find your tickets there for the event. Get them now. They're $15. If you're not, you're going to walk up to the door and you're going to pay $20. Either way, come support independent wrestling. You know, we've got some good stuff. Last year, Flophouse, as we were talking about, provided some wonderful opportunities for some wonderful people, and they're making the most of it. Well, it's the reboot, Holmes. We're back. And we're going to provide a whole new set of opportunities for a whole new set of people. And we're going to find some people that might have not grabbed that opportunity the last time around, and they're going to grab it this time around. We're going to do some cool stuff. I'm very excited. I love it. I love it. I love it. Earlier in the show, we had some questions. I was asked, this is a controversial question. What is your favorite Spider-Man movie? And who is your favorite actor as Spider-Man? I like Tom Holland. I'm a big Tom Holland homie. Love me some Tom Holland. That's my Spider-Man. I like him. They put him in the Marvel universe, and I think that gave him the edge. You know, they bought me. They bought me with their Marvel money. I love now that they've got the other Spider-Mans in, that's great, but I was already vested. I was like, oh, I did not know. I didn't know you were going to do all of this. So that's who it is. Love me some Tom Holland. Yes. Remember, if you have any comments, questions, we're wrapping up the show right now, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions for you. MPW has a couple questions, so we'll answer them now. What is your opinion of backyard wrestling? I think it's hilarious. Hilarious. Love it. I love backyard wrestling, probably for all the wrong reasons. I mean, but at the same time, without backyard wrestling, we wouldn't have some people we have wrestling right now. You have to have an outlet. You know, it's the upgraded version of playing on your bed and smashing a pillow. And slamming a pillow and jumping off your bed and dropping an elbow and all that stuff. So, you know, backyard wrestling, it does what it do. It does what it do. It's funny. That's where I'm going to get most of my promos. Do you watch Raw and Smackdown? I do. I don't catch it on time. I usually watch the Hulu version as I'm working out, going for my cardio. I watch everything. You should watch everything. I watch I watch AEW, I watch NWA. I get their stream. MLW. I watch everything you can get your hands on. Try to watch that. You should when you're wrestling, when you're in the business, you should make an effort to watch as much as humanly possible. That's what I do. I also like to watch a lot of older wrestlings. I love watching World of Sport. I'm a big World of Sport fan. Yeah. I love Adrian Street, Les Calette, Johnny Saint. Anybody that really watches Schwartzy, you know I like especially Johnny Saint. He's so good. Who is some of the fresh faces in the business you have your eye on? I don't know. I don't have my eye on anybody. What, do you think I'm gunning for fools? There's a lot of fresh faces in the business that are doing good things right now. A lot of awesome homies out there. Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas is a fresh face. He's awesome. Love me some Zach Thomas. Very pro Zach Thomas. We hope to see him. Lots of places. He's wonderful. I like him a lot. You know, I don't have any. You put me on the spot, so I don't have any that come to mind. I'm thinking of who we've got at Flophouse. Remington Roar, he's considered a fresh face in the business. He's popped up just recently, big this past year. I know he's been around longer than that, but the dent has been this past year. Remington Roar. Love Remington Roar. Kenny Urban Skis. Love me some Kenny Urban Skis. He's my tag partner. You want to talk about fresh faces? Schwartzy literally tagging with Kenny Urban Skis. Kenny Urban Skis, I love you so much. I think you're wonderful. I think you're fantastic. And I think your wrestling is nice. I think you have a wonderful mustache. I think your shirt is nice. I like your geese. That's not code for sex. He has actual geese. Don't hate. So that's who I've got my fresh face eyes on. My eyes, these eyes are on you. You know, I sing to you, serenade a little bit. But we're coming to the end of the show. We are, you know, so this is where everyone's going to log on and say, hello, Schwartzy. I can't wait to see your show. And I say, guess what? You're late. But that's okay. We had a wonderful show today. What strain are you smoking or dabbing? We've got Girl Scout cookies right now. That is what I had access to. I don't hate, but I do like a lot of other things other than Girl Scout cookies. I've got Girl Scout cookies right now. That's all I got. You know, Indiana don't play nice with the system, so we work around the system. So we're smoking on, chilling on, getting on Girl Scout cookies. That's the strain. That's the strain we got right now. But as I said, we're about to wind down on the show here. Let's talk about some things that I've got coming up at the show. Let's unwind a little bit. We're going to be doing a lot of things. How did it feel to meet Darren McCarty? And what did you talk about? We talked about Darren McCarty's CBD, which we'll be plugging. I got to plug that at another show. We'll plug that on another show. You know what Darren McCarty said. We love Darren. Darren McCarty. The fact that we have a 4-time Stanley Cup champion that's a fan of the show is a dream. It should tell you, just work hard every day. And your heroes become your peers. And things get better for you. And you run in the circles of people that you admire. And that's life. That's how life works. But I am winding down to the show. I do want to talk to you about some things. We do have some wonderful things coming up. Schwartzy is now available on 3 different platforms. Right now, you can find me over on YouTube, which is where we started this wonderful journey. YouTube, you can find me over there right now. I want you to like, subscribe, notify, all that bullshit. Come on, get it in. Do it for daddy. Make it nice for me. You can find me over on YouTube. You can also find me over on Facebook Live. On Facebook Live, I need you to head on over to that like page of mine, though. I won't be able to do this on my profile. We've taken a little bit of a significant hit on our views, but that's okay. We are building something here. So if I could have all of you do me a favor today, once we get off the show, if you guys could share me over on Facebook. If you could give me just get me out there as much as you can. If you have some groups, some pages, just get Schwartzy out there. Help Schwartzy out. Schwartzy wants to do this full time. Schwartzy wants to shock jock for all you homies. So if you're over there on Facebook, give me some love. And also, if you have a Twitch, you can go down in the description. You can click the link on over there. If you could go over to the Twitch and give me a like and a follow. Throw some comments on this video. help me out. We're going to start doing some stuff on Twitch. I've been getting into some Warzone. How would you guys like to watch Schwartzy play Warzone with some friends on like a Thursday night? You know, Schwartzy's going full time Monday through Thursday. That's full time for Schwartzy. He wrestles on the weekends. But Monday through Thursday, I've got Better Daze or Wake and Bake. We're going to do Wake and Bake. We're going to do it Monday through Thursday. Every morning. We're going to get some content. We're going to have some people on. We're going to talk about some things. So you know also, if you want to sponsor the show, you're now sponsoring at least 5 streams. What? For $25 a week, you're sponsoring 5 streams. I'll tout all your shit. That's right. We'll talk about you. Talk about you good. So help us out. Get on the bandwagon. Show me some love. Let me know. We're winding down here. I want to thank my guests this evening. I want to thank you all. You're all my guests. You're all my homies. You're all my players. I want to thank you all for joining us today. We had a wonderful stream. We took some risks. We split the crew. We streamed over multiple platforms like we talked about. So that's nice. I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to thank my guest, Earl Joseph. Earl Joseph, what a wonderful man. He's always doing some wonderful things. If you want to find Earl Joseph, just check out that description of ours, and it'll show you where you can find Earl Joseph. Yes, that Earl Joseph. I'd also like to thank Vinnie Rattlocke for coming on, eating some bullshit. Isn't that nice? We love having you on eating that bullshit. It's really gross stuff that he's putting in his mouth. Today wasn't so bad, but he comes on here and he does that for you. You can find him over at the ZABADAS network. And you can also find that in the description. Also, if you want to contribute to the show, maybe you don't want to be a sponsor, maybe you only have 5 bones to spare, but you want to be a contributor to this show, we can throw your name on the stream, hook you up, take care of you. We're trying to get monetized as best we can, but if you want to donate to the stream, we can get to, we want to do a lot more cool things. I want to get out on the street and talk with people and bother them in their natural habitat. You can donate to the stream. You can find us with that PayPal. The link is in the description. You can also go to Cash App. Love me some Cash App. Help the show out. Give us a little bit of patronage. Remember, head on over to that Twitch. Getting bullied by the Twitch. Head on over to Twitch. Give us a like. The link to the Twitch is down there. We're going to be gaming over there a little bit. So I want to game with you. I want to talk to you. I want to bullshit while we're gaming. I want to have some of the wonderful people on while we're gaming. So that would be nice. And I want to thank my sponsor. My sponsor for this week. The Midnight Snuggie Hour. They're so wonderful. They're so fantastic. And they're revamping the show right now for you. That's right. And while they revamp the show and they put out wonderful content where they talk about everything from wrestling to entertainment, you can head on over to Google Podcasts and you can follow them and set your notifications. So you can just kind of chill. Set that notification so you go like this. Oh, notifications on, Midnight Snuggie Hour. There you go. And you'd hop right on. It does that for you. You just set the notification. So head on over to Google Podcasts and give them some love. Oh, we're doing some wonderful things. I'm turning my whole living room into a full set. I'm streaming on all these platforms. We're going full time. We're going to do some wonderful things. We've got some sponsors. You can be a part of Schwartzy's streams. It's kind of crazy to think that we've only started this journey 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. That's right. And we still have another stream this week. We've got to Wake and Bake. The last week we're doing one Wake and Bake. One lonely Wake and Bake. But that's okay. I loved having this. I loved doing this. Wasn't our this wasn't our greatest live number. No sweat. No worries. We're building here. We're building here. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. I want to thank you all for coming on the show. I hope you all had better days, because I know I had better days. That's the point of the show. So if you had better days, then you got the point of the show. So thank you for joining us, homies. Thank you for joining us, players. And thank you for joining us, everybody else. I hope you had better days.